Hey, my name's Jake Nicholson. Welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about the fact that Sadiq Khan is going all out on cracking down on rogue landlords in London. In fact, he's created a large pot of money to go after rogue landlords after the May 1st deadline once the Renters' Rights Act passes. He's also renewing conversation about rent caps in the London area as well. That will be interesting to know if you're a tenant or if you're a landlord, what that might mean as well. So in this video, we're going to talk rent caps. We're going to talk about suing landlords and much, much more. Now, before we jump into that though, if you're new around here and you haven't done already, do subscribe to my channel over there and hit that bell notification. Join over 50,000 subscribers who get all the latest house price news, interest rate news, property investing tips, and much, much more. And help me get some views on the video as well. Your part in that is simple. All you need to do, smash like, tickle like, do something to that like button. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and that really does help the channel grow. So thanks to everyone that does that. So, Sadiq Khan, he hates landlords. In fact, it's something that he's talked about consistently in the London area, going to town on landlords. And one of the things that he really wants to do is get rent controls. But before that, I want to talk about the Renters' Rights Act. You see, it's not long until that becomes active law on the 1st of May of this year. And Sadiq Khan wants local boroughs of London to go hard on enforcing these rules against landlords. In fact, he's put a nice little stash of money aside. So he's created a pot of 400 grand for enforcement. And that's important because that is going to help boroughs of London employ people that can really chase down rogue landlords and start getting fines in, which can then fund even more enforcement for the council as well. And so, yeah, this is all about the Renters' Rights Act. Now, it might seem like a lot of money, but when you actually look at the stats, it isn't as much as it sounds. So how many renters are there in London at the moment? There's estimated to be 2.7 million renters in London, individuals, not properties, individuals that rent. Now, some people obviously rent houses. Some people obviously rent a room in an HMO property, but there's 2.7 million. So not going to go very far, that money. Now, the percentage of households that are rentals in London is 32% are rentals in London. So it's a big chunk of property that is covered by rent. And Sadiq Khan really wants people to go to town on these landlords and enforce all of the Renters' Rights Act. Now, that is going to happen whether we like it or not. It's going to happen all around the country. But where they're struggling, the London councils and boroughs at the moment, and other areas of the country, is that most tenants don't even know what the Renters' Rights Act is. In recent surveys, 7 out of 10 tenants have no idea what the law is, that it's passed or anything like that. And that worries the London councils. And that's why Sadiq Khan is doing this media blitz at the moment to get as much awareness of the Renters' Rights Act as he can. And saying a headline like you got 400 grand to get rogue landlords and take them to court and all of this kind of stuff, that's going to get him hundreds of thousands of pounds of media attention because all the media pick this story up. And so what the goal is just to get more awareness. Now, I don't think they need to worry about this so much because 7 out of 10 people that are tenants don't know about the Renters' Rights Act. But here's why that's irrelevant. Because landlords, by the end of May, have to give this letter. So as a landlord, you probably know you have to give the information sheet. This is on the government website. If you want a copy of this, you can grab it in the description. There's a link and I'll email it to you. Thousands of people have already grabbed it from our list already. But this is important, right? So this information sheet has to go to the tenant. I'm giving it to my tenants personally. I'm going to get them to sign it because I want to make sure that nothing comes back at me. What I don't want to do is post it and say, here you go, here's your sheet. and then in the future there's a dispute and they say, I never got that, and then I get fined. I don't want that to happen. So I'm going to get them to sign that they've got it. Now, other landlords are going to do the same. And so that's 7 out of 10 tenants that have no idea what the Renters' Rights Act, they're all going to know, because they're all going to get this letter. This is a 4-page letter, and it describes what is in the Renters' Rights Act. It talks about increasing rent. It talks about that tenancies are going rolling. It talks about notice periods. It talks about how to end the tenancy. All of this stuff. It talks about pets. So all the stuff that needs to be known is in a 4-page document that if you don't give to your tenant, you're going to get fined £7,000. So I just don't think that's a problem in getting the message out. But what other councils are encouraging tenants to do is start basically getting calling councils and letting them know what problems they've got, whether they've got mold, whether they got this, whether they got that. That's what's happening here at the moment. And so they want the councils to start enforcing this stuff and getting the fines out to the landlords and improving the rental stock. But what will likely happen is councils will struggle. £400,000 sounds like a lot of money. It's not going to go very far, is it? You think about all the boroughs of London, it's peanuts. Like, it's probably one body in each place, and there's 2.7 million people to deal with. So we'll see how that goes. That's one conversation he's got. I think it's a good strategy of his because he's got lots of media coverage. The other thing that he's talking about at the moment, which is a little bit more worrying, is rent caps. And that's something that he's looking at doing. He's been talking about that for a while. And he does have some authority to do that in the London area. For example, in London, you can only rent out an Airbnb property for 90 days. So they could do something similar with a rental cap. Now, they did that in Scotland and it didn't work. What happened was landlords quit. And then before the rent caps came in, rents rose really quickly. And Scottish rents went up faster than English rents when we didn't have a rent cap. So let's see if that happens. But it's something that Sadiq Khan is really pushing for now. It's one of his big pledges, is to get rent caps in the London area. It would be very popular with tenants, and I don't think it will be unpopular with people that don't rent. It's a small percentage of landlords that wouldn't be able to vote him out anyway. So rent caps is something that we need to keep an eye on. If London does it and they feel they're successful, then that could spread to other regions of the UK. I don't think that that would happen because rent caps have been in Ireland before. They didn't work. They backfired. All the landlords quit. Rents went through the roof. Rent caps have been in Scotland. That didn't work. However, Scotland is bringing it back. So those are the two things that Sadiq Khan's looking at, is enforcing the Renters' Rights Act, getting awareness of this out, getting tenants to call councils when they've got problems. And the second thing he's looking at is these rent caps. Let me know if you think he will do this. Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't grabbed your copy of this yet, grab it, read it. If you're a tenant or a landlord, you need to know what's going on. Do smash like and subscribe and check out all the other content on the channel we got, including this video right here.